Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. This is my very first video ever, and yes, I do know the sound quality can be better. I hope to correct that in the future with getting a microphone. On this channel, I hope to talk to you guys about true stories that have happened in my life. Some of them may be embarrassing, some would be funny, some would be serious. Hopefully you enjoy all of them. So without further ado, let's get started. This first story that I'm about to tell you is quite embarrassing. It takes place on the beautiful island of Jamaica. Check out that place, so beautiful. Now, this story takes place in the Ribuna Basic School. One day, I was just chilling in class, minding my own business, not really paying attention to the teacher, because I was a bad student. Now, as I was staring out the window, I saw the teacher kind of look down at her watch and stop teaching for a second. And then she kind of looked back up, and then she looked at her lesson plan. She looked back down at her watch, and I heard her go, all right. So she said, hey kids, it's break time. So obviously we all ran outside to go play. The game me and my friends decided to play was hide and go seek. I quickly found a good hiding spot and chilling there. All of a sudden, my stomach started hurting me, and I started not to feel well. I ignored it because I didn't want to give up my hiding spot, because why play hide and seek if you're not going to try to win, right? Go big or go home. So I ignored it until the point where I thought I farted, but it wasn't a fart. I shit myself. And then, as I was sitting there freaking out about what to do in that situation, I heard somebody say, I found you, I found you. I looked over, it was my friend running towards me, talking about, I found you, I found you. I'm sitting there freaking out because of what I just did. So I'm sitting there, I'm trying to wave him off. I'm trying to tell him to go away. He ran up to me, started having a full-blown conversation with me, until he could smell the fact, that I just shit myself. Then he begins to point and laugh at me. Yeah, some friend he is. He began to laugh. I'm pretty sure I remember tears coming out of his eyes. He was laughing so much. While he was laughing, I remembered that my grandmother lived on top of the hill. School was at the bottom. So I began to run to my grandmother's house. That's where I stayed most of the time anyway, so I had clothes there. On my way to my grandma's house, I get stopped by my father, who for some reason was just chilling outside the store right across from the school. Just chilling, wasn't even buying anything cheap. So he was just chilling there. All of a sudden, he stopped me, because that's what you do when you see your kid running from school, and asked me what I was doing. I was too embarrassed to tell him, so he got serious and asked me again and scared me. So I told him, this motherfucker gonna tell me to go back to school, and made me go back to school too. So I'm sitting there in the school. All of a sudden, people, they start to smell something. Everybody's like, ew, what's that smell? What's that smell? I'm sitting there crouched down in my chair, trying not to say anything, just staring at the teacher. And all of a sudden, my friend chimed up and go, oh yeah, doesn't shit himself outside. Everybody begins to laugh hysterically at me. I'm still sitting there just looking at the teacher. And she asked me why I didn't go home. I told her I tried, but my dad stopped me. And then she's like, well, this is a good lesson for you. You're too old to be doing that. I was so embarrassed. I didn't even know what to say. Everybody's pointing and laughing at me. That was easily the most embarrassing day of my life. I still remember it to this day.